This clip is brought to you by Within You Supplements. No bullshit, no fillers, just great tasting supplements to help your performance. Enjoy this clip. Let's first start with this because we have people in this room that have broken multiple Guinness Book World Records, and it's only actually one person. None of us, because there's like 5 people here, but you broke 3. How the fuck did you get into Guinness Book of World Records 3 different times?
And is the Guinness Book of World Records from Guinness, the beer drinking company?
Yeah, no, it is linked. It is linked.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not they're like the sponsor of it or something, or they kind of popularized it. I don't know, but they seem to be like the, I don't know, like the overarching
great sponsorship.
Yeah,
for
governing
life,
body.
much,
Yeah, is that the fuel for every fitness world record?
Yeah.
So I was in the military for about 5 years. Left about 10 years ago, and as I'm sure it's kind of the same here, a certain amount of time, people very rarely get PTSD kind of 5 minutes after leaving. So it seems to be a mental health thing that really seems to kind of rear its ugly head a certain amount of kind of years later. Mm-hmm. And there's a buddy of mine, Colin Kelly, who I served with only for about a year. He was in my commando unit. And just saw something on Facebook a certain amount of time ago. And he was, I think it was the end of 2016, he was putting together a team of 12 ex-British Royal Marines Commandos, which is kind of the part of the British military that I was in. Team of 12 to take part in a 12-hour deadlift record. So the most amount of weight that 12 people could lift in 12 hours. So we kind of trained for that for about 9 months and kind of messed around with a couple of different strategies. And then we ended up doing it in November 2017, I think. So that was the first one. And that was to raise money for a PTSD charity.
Mm-hmm. And you were mentioning like some things that ended up happening during that world record that you didn't expect to happen. Because, okay, so there's 12 of you guys, and you're trying to see how many times 225 can be lifted in a 12-hour period.
Yep.
So first off, how many times was it lifted, and what were you not prepared for?
Great question. I have absolutely no idea how many times it was lifted. I can't remember. So basically what we did over the 12 hours, I think we all 12 of us did the first, I think it was the first hour and the last hour, and then the 10 hours in the middle we basically broke down into teams of 4, and then basically we kind of rotated through it. So we had a certain kind of time domain, an hour or 45 minutes or whatever it was on the bar, kind of rotating through the teams of 4, while the other kind of 2/3 of the team were resting, and then kind of rotated through there. But as we were kind of speaking about yesterday, there are certain kind of weird kind of physiological results, weird niggles that we were picking up.
Guys, he said niggles.
Yeah, be very clear.
Niggles.
Yeah, that L was present.
Can you pull up the dictionary definition of niggle, please, so that no one in the audience gets
exactly.
gets uncomfortable?
Yeah, let the death threats begin. So basically, one of the things I wasn't prepared for that we were talking about yesterday is like people were like, oh, I wonder if my back or kind of my glutes or kind of the top of my hamstrings are going to hurt, because it was kind of touch and go. So like on the impact, on the eccentric, I wonder if that's going to start to ache. And that stuff was there. But one of the really weird things that's happening is everyone had to kind of change their grip. Hands became really, really painful, which we kind of expected. One of the things we didn't expect was the skin on kind of the inside of your forearms and on the outside of your knee started to bleed and come off. Because although it's only kind of a tiny amount of like friction as it kind of passes on the way down, on the way up, the pure volume of the number of times that you're doing that, the
chafing.
Skin, yeah, exactly. Just started to kind of fall off. So everyone almost by the end of it was like snatch gripping it, because that was like the most painful thing.
Yeah.
So it was like your wrists are going to hurt regardless, your back's going to hurt regardless. We might as well deficit the lift slightly and try to not flipping scar yourself just by going a little bit wider on the grip.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And so that was the first one.
Well, I got a question.
Let's go.
Was it a broken record or was it a made-up record?
It was. It
big difference.
No, it did already exist. There was a number that was already there.
You gunned somebody down. Okay.
Yeah, basically. So that was the one, the 12-hour one, which was the first one we did in November
official.
2017.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't like
I thought
we
you
did
were
one
making
rep.
some shit up.
One rep and it didn't exist. We just put our feet up. 12 hours, just playing cards. Where am I gonna put my certificate?
Hey, go get another rep.
Yeah.
Stop eating. Put that sandwich down.
Put your 13th Guinness down and let's go do another one. No, it was a record. So we beat that one quite convincingly. We had a training session about a month before, so we were kind of fairly confident and we'd worked out the numbers and stuff. And that was a 12-hour world record. I think we broke the world record in hour 7. Yeah, so
it's a lot of lifting.
It's a lot of lifting. Yeah, so that was the first one we did 5 years ago. And then the second one was a bit of a controversial one. We actually went for this was in April 2019, and it was deadlifting again, pretty much the same team of 12. There had been 2 or 3 guys that had left, 2 or 3 new guys that had come in. And it was a double record. We were going for the 1 hour and the 24. So the kind of the tactic was you have to kind of go out the gate fairly quick for the first hour, and then basically hour 2 was a lot more chilled out, and then the beginning of hour 3 was when we started the rotations. But this is the time, that was the year in 2019 when Guinness started making up minimum standards for world records, exactly kind of what we were just joking about then. So you couldn't just do 1 rep and then just, get shit-faced in the corner and then just like leave it.
Yeah.
Just keep the camera rolling. And we broke the 1 hour world record, but the really random, arbitrary minimum standard that Guinness had put together for the 12 hours, for the 24, was over double our own 12-hour world record. And so basically they didn't award us the 24. And we kind of said to them, we were like, we understand the theory behind putting together a minimum standard. That completely makes sense. But we're the current 12-hour world record holders. How is, you can't double the time frame and expect people to go quicker. That's not the way that fatigue works.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up getting that one. So we only got the 1 hour world record for that attempt.
Okay.
So ironically, we went through the whole 24 hours, and it was only a couple of weeks later we found out we didn't get it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too. So you can get whatever you like from us. All right. Peace.